Hello ladies and frogs, and welcome back to another video. Is it obvious that I'm doing this voiceover in my car? Okay, I actually turned my car off, so hopefully it's not as loud anymore. Basically, I have been going through a lot of stuff for the past couple months, and I'm sure a couple people are wondering. I've gotten a couple comments about it asking where I am, so I'm just here to give a quick life update. So hello, I've missed you all. I know there was a lot of speculation on why I was taking a break, and let's clear the air right now. No, it's not because of the hate that I was receiving. No, it's not because I'm lazy. Just a lot has happened over the last few months, and I haven't really had time to create content or post any videos. And obviously, like I said, that's why I'm making this video, to just kind of explain to you guys what's been going on recently. And this isn't necessarily like a welcome back video. I'm not entirely certain that I'm going to be posting full-time right away after I post this. I just figured that I'd stop replying to comments and just make a video really quick. So I literally just responded to a comment, and I was like, you know what, I'm sick of replying to comments. So I just grabbed a blanket and ran out to my car to make this video really quick. So anyways, for starters, there was not one singular event in my life that caused me to go on such a long break. It was actually a combination of a couple different things that just kept extending my break, I guess. Also, I apologize if this video gets a little rambly. I don't have a script or a bullet pointed list or anything. I am strictly going based off of freestyle and how the last couple months have gone. Anyways, I'm sure you guys remember one of the last videos that I had posted on this account a couple months ago being a video where I had to use an AI voice to discuss an issue that I was having, where either one individual person or a group of people had ended up finding out my home address and, sending me mail and, slipping screenshots of my videos under my door and leaving things in my car. And it was a huge issue, obviously, and I'm really not sure if I stated this in that video or not, but a couple days before I posted it, I did run out to my car to go and grab something, and it was not there. And in the parking spot where my car was supposed to be was an empty McDonald's bag from an order that I had made at McDonald's a few days prior, and I knew it was my bag because it was a very specific order. And inside of the bag was a printed out picture of one of my videos and an empty package for a gun. And obviously that morning I did call the police and report my car as stolen, and when I called, they said that they had actually already found my vehicle 20 minutes away from where I live, parked in the middle of the road, and they had it towed and impounded. So that ended up being like a good $500 I had to drop to get my car back, and the police weren't really much help when it came to filing a report and trying to find out who did it. And obviously after that entire situation, I did have a lot of people in my life worrying about my safety, because obviously if people like this are willing to steal my car and threaten me with weapons and pictures of my videos because the content that I create makes them that upset, then who knows what else they're willing to do. So after that, within like the next week or so of that incident happening, I moved in with a friend who lives in a very high security, closed gated community area with not only a bunch of security cameras everywhere, but actual hired security that circle the premises 24/7. I even ended up buying a new car, so my old car wouldn't be recognized and tracked, and I wouldn't be put back in the exact same situation. And I actually haven't even used my current address for any government documents. I opened up a P.O. box so I can get all of my mail and all of my packages delivered to said P.O. box. I have taken a lot of security measures to make sure that an issue like that does not come up again. So obviously that entire debacle happening did set me back a couple months as far as content. And then, wouldn't you know it, right after all of this happened, my iPad broke. I had that iPad since like 2019. It was actually sent to me for free by one of my followers after my last iPad had broke and I was unable to create content. So I was out of commission for at least a month after that while I tried to work around getting a new iPad. And my partner did actually end up buying one for me for my birthday. So it was a lot faster of a solution than I was anticipating. And so now I'm back, in full working order. and I really have just been focusing on a lot of commission work and a lot of personal projects that I'm working on. And once I received my new iPad, I actually had gone through when I re-downloaded all of my old apps, and I turned off notifications for most of my social medias, my YouTube specifically, because I consider my partner's mom to be a very wise woman, and her and I had a lot of different discussions about my social media, which she and her entire family is in full support of. But I had realized that constantly interacting with such a negative environment and constantly responding and reading hate comments was putting me in a bad mental space. Not in the sense that like these hate comments were making me sad or they were making me rethink my decisions or anything like that, but it's more like they were putting me in a negative headspace and making me more negative and hateful as a person. So I have since tried to be very mindful of the comments that I respond to and the content that I engage with, because at the end of the day, obviously my content has never stemmed from a place of negativity or a place of hatefulness. It's stemmed from a place of inclusivity and wanting to be inclusive and wanting to, you know, be positive and promote diversity. And just a quick side note, let me be very clear that this is not an open discussion and my content is not up for debate. I really do not care about anyone else's opinions. I do not want any feedback, and I don't care for constructive criticism, because at the end of the day, I am going to produce the content I like no matter what you do or say. And I know that this is not going to hammer it home for anybody. I know that I'm still going to receive hate comments because for some reason other people's opinions seems to consistently be my issue. But I just want to remain very transparent and obvious that despite what's happened to me in the past couple months, I'm still not going to stop posting the content that I do. Because if videos on the internet are making you angry enough to find out my full government name, release my address to the public, and steal my car, then obviously there are underlying mental issues with you. That's not an issue with my content, that is an issue with you as a person. And that really isn't my fault. But when I first started receiving all the hate that I was very, very focused on trying to educate people and trying to convince people why what I was doing wasn't bad. And it took me a minute to realize that that is really not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to educate people, and no one is entitled to my justifications for my content. I don't have to justify why I create the content I do. I just know that I create it because I enjoy doing it, and I know that other people do as well. And so I'm trying to focus more on the positive that I do receive, the positive comments, and all of the love and support that I do receive from a lot of you, and I really appreciate a lot of you. It just took me a minute to realize that other people not liking my content was not my problem, and other people's opinions of me is really not my business. And at the end of the day, I feel like everyone just needs to realize that this is the internet, and you are not going to like every single thing you see on your For You page or on your YouTube shorts. And I think a lot of people need to realize that if you see content you don't like, it's a lot easier to just scroll past it or block the account, rather than trying to argue and engage and try to convince all these people why you're right and they're wrong, because that's nothing but a double-edged sword. And just really quick before anyone says anything, yes, I've seen the video that person posted. I do understand that it's getting a lot of traction. It is okay. We will all be fine. I'm choosing to ignore any videos that anybody makes about me. I understand that this one's a little different because it's getting a lot more traction than most of the videos that are made about me, but it'll be fine. It'll die down, as it always does. But yeah, I guess that's a little life update on me. I'm doing a lot better. A lot of stuff has happened in the past couple months, but I'm doing a lot better than I was, and I'm continuing to improve every day. But I didn't want to keep you guys hanging anymore, and I'm sorry, because like I said, my notifications are turned off and I rarely check my YouTube comments, so I'm sorry for anyone who has left a supportive comment under my account and I have not responded to it. I promise I'm trying to get to it, but don't forget that I love you all, and I will be back soon with some fresh new content that you all are gonna love. At least most of you will. But yeah, I guess if you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to check out my TikTok and my Instagram, because I do tend to post there a little more often. Anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!